there everyone, and welcome back to the Blossom Crochet channel. In this step-by-step tutorial I will be showing you how to crochet this absolutely beautiful scarf. So it's a really simple pattern. It's a 1 row repeat, so it'll work up really easily for you. Now normally I like to have my edges absolutely perfectly straight, but you can see on this one I wanted it to look like a little bit of an added detail, so I've left the edges slightly uneven, if you like, so that you get this little bit of detail down the side. So like I say, it's a 1 row repeat and we're just going to go straight in. For anyone who's wondering, the yarn I have used on this is the Sirdar Jewelspun Aran yarn. It's a 200 gram ball and this was the shade Citrine Sunrise. I've been using a 6mm hook, even though it recommends a 5. So that is the only thing I would say, is that whatever yarn you choose, if you want it to have quite a nice drape and not too rigid, then you will definitely want to go up probably a full hook size. But yeah, I'm going to continue using this ball for mine. So of course you're going to be starting with your slip knot on your hook, and then you want to make your foundation chain to be the width that you want your scarf to be. So you can do it as wide or as narrow as you like, obviously, but the thing you need to make sure is that it is a multiple of 4 and then an additional 3 onto the end. So chain groups of 4 plus 3 at the end. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So if you just chain your foundation chain. So I've done my groups of 4 and I'm going to add 3 to the end. At this point we're going to work back along, and you want to start in the second chain from the hook. So you've got 1 and this is 2, and you're going to insert your hook, yarn over and pull up, and yarn over, pull through both to make a UK double. However, in the US these will be your single. We're going to chain 2. So into the next chain we're going to put 3 UK trebles. So remember, my UK treble is a double in the US. So yarn over into the next chain, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 1 treble, but we want 3. So again, yarn over, insert, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We want 1 more. And then we're going to skip 2 chains, and into the 3rd chain you're going to do a UK double. And then again you'll chain 2. Into the next chain you will do 3 UK trebles. So 1, 2, 3. Again, skip 2 chains and then you'll start that group. So you'll start with a UK double into that 3rd chain, chain 2, and then 3 trebles into the next chain, and you'll repeat that process all the way along until you get to the end. Once you get towards the end you should have 4 chains left. Skip 2 as normal and then you'll have 2 chains left, so you'll do your final stitches. So your UK double, chain 2, and then your final chain you will put your 3 UK trebles. So that is how you will be looking. At this point we're just going to chain 1 and we're going to turn, and then from this point onwards we're going to be working into those chain 2 spaces that we have made all the way along. So you're going to skip all of these stitches and you're going to go straight into that first chain 2 space with your UK double, chain 2, and then all 3 of your trebles will also be worked into that chain 2 space. and then again you're going to skip the next set of stitches to your next chain 2 space, and you'll go straight in with your UK double, chain 2 and all 3 trebles. Obviously if you're just starting out, you can put a stitch marker into all of your chain 2s as you make them, so that as you work back down in the next row you know exactly where you need to be placing your stitches. Show you one more time. So again, you'll skip all of these next stitches and work straight into your chain 2 space, and you will continue that all the way to the end. So once you're getting to the end, you'll have one final group of stitches to skip, and then that chain 2 from the beginning of the last row. So you will work your stitches in there, so make sure you don't miss that final chain 2, because otherwise you will drop a set of stitches each row and then you'll end up with none. So that is it at the end of this row. So that's the row that you'll repeat over and over again. So I'll show you one more time. You will chain 1 and turn, skip all these first stitches and work straight into that chain 2 space with your UK double, chain 2, 3 UK trebles. Again, skip all of these next stitches and work into that next chain 2. Sorry if you can hear licking. The crochet supervisor has decided that now's the perfect time to have a full body clean. So again, you will repeat that process all the way to the end of your row, where I will meet you one final time. So again, always make sure that as you get towards the end of your row, you're working into your final chain 2 space. I think over the first few rows, even if you are a more experienced crocheter, I think it's probably handy to mark the first chain 2 of each row, just until you get really familiar and confident with this pattern, because it will make it feel like it's not straight. Do you know what I mean? So always make sure that you work that final chain 2 of every single row with your full set of stitches. Because it's obviously going to feel like it's not straight. You can see my ends look uneven, but that's what we want. But you just want to make sure you've got the same number of groups of stitches in every single row. So you can see I've got groups of 5. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that last row, and then the row we've just done, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just always have a quick count to make sure you've got the right number. But you'll repeat that row over and over again, and it will start to look like this, which is very, very nice. Now when it comes to finishing off, I would not personally add a straight edge to my scarf, even though we have technically got a straight edge at the beginning, because I think if you're going to be adding tassels or a fringe or anything like that, this actually gives a nice little bit of detail, and you can add your fringe into all of these spaces, and once you've added it on the other end, it would pull these down, these chains down anyway, and kind of make it look like it was a bit zigzaggy anyway. So that is it for this tutorial. I really do hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have, please let me know in the comments, and thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye for now.